Good morning, my ISD family. It is my distinct pleasure to be speaking to you at the commencement of our 2020-2021 school year. And what a journey we have ahead of us. It is evident this school year will require each of us to be persistent and resilient in these most adverse times. I wish more than anything we could all be together to celebrate the start of yet another school year. But we have been called upon once again to find a new way to spread our passion for education. My passion for education began when I was 7 years old. School was my favorite place on earth. I loved it so much that I brought it into my playtime at home. Oh yes, I wanted nothing more than to be like my teachers. I even forced my mom into getting me a whistle so that I could monitor recess, but she soon regretted that decision. My 4-year-old brother enjoyed playing along with me as well, but when I forced him into the safe seat because he was not following directions, he soon walked out of my pretend classroom. But I promise that does not happen anymore. When I finally went to college, there was no doubt in my mind that teaching was my calling. After graduation, I joined the MU Teaching Fellowship Program. Ironically, the Kansas City region was not my top choice. I didn't have any family or friends that lived here, but I wanted to take a chance. I sat down with Jennifer Barnett at interview day. She soon invited me to venture up to Independence for their interview day, and I'm glad that I did. It did not take me long to make my decision. The moment I walked into the foyer of John W. Luff Elementary School and was greeted by the remarkable student leaders and teachers there, I knew in my heart that I made the right decision. Luckily for me, my principal, Dr. Carver, and my mentor at the time, Nick Yantz, saw the potential in me. It was an immediate match. I am incredibly grateful I have been able to be a part of the phenomenal staff at Luff Elementary over the past 4 years. From transforming our students into leaders and giving one heck of a dance routine at the end of the school year, we aspire to give our students their home away from home. Thank you to my Luff family for always believing in me and pushing me to be the best version of myself. In March of this past school year, we were asked to do what felt like the impossible. Our learning and teaching transformed. Our communication with students and families transformed. Our entire day-to-day job responsibilities transformed. However, the new reality, as undesirable as it may have seemed, did not stop us from supporting the students and families of the Independence School District. Central office staff carried out our mission of ensuring each learner will achieve the skills and self-confidence in an ever-changing world, and it certainly has changed. Also, those homemade masks were absolutely stellar. Nutrition and transportation services found a way to deliver meals to our families in the district through a safe and efficient method. Our facilities crew worked tirelessly to ensure our buildings were prepared with efficient cleaning supplies, hand sanitizing stations, thermoscanners, and water bottle filling stations. In addition, many of our paraprofessionals and recovery room interventionists assisted with painting and beautification of our schools. Technology ensured students could learn, even from afar, by supporting with Chromebook, assistance, and distribution. Family and school liaisons worked endlessly to support families who may have needed extra assistance during those unprecedented times. Custodians worked tirelessly to ensure our buildings were immaculately cleaned and sanitized so that we could continue our needed work. Nurses and health services provided wellness checks at our many distribution sites so our students and families could receive proper health care. Secretaries and office staff continued their outstanding work at our many buildings so the scary logistics of this new reality were well organized and managed. Kids Safari staff never stopped providing services to our families, and they even offered discounted childcare services to our Independence first responder families. Special education services designed supportive material for our students at home and continued to meet with families to ensure students were making adequate growth toward their goals. School counselors and psychologists provided many helpful resources to our students, families, and staff members to ensure we were all prioritizing our mental health during this traumatic time. Teachers from across the district found many ways to reach out to their students, whether that was through letters and postcards, weekly Zoom meetings, daily phone calls and video messages, and parades throughout the neighborhoods. Not to mention the absolutely incredible virtual lessons that were rolled out in a moment's notice. It is nearly impossible to capture the awesomeness we achieved at the closure of this past school year. We did not let the fear of the unknown stop us from doing what we all love so much. Everything we did for our students and families over the span of just a few months makes me ecstatic to see everything we can accomplish for them in this upcoming school year. There is no doubt the journey ahead of us will be filled with numerous challenges. We are about to venture up a steep mountain with rigid rocks and narrow paths. But these obstacles are not meant to stop us, yet they are meant to motivate us to see the view from the top. I recently had the privilege of speaking with some pretty extraordinary individuals who have conquered similar mountains in their own lives. They are who I call the masters of perseverance. And here is what they had to say. Perseverance is important because good things will happen when you don't give up. In karate, I had to take a test that was exhausting. I was doing it wrong, but I stayed focused and worked hard. I got the job done and got my orange belt. That was said by Olivia, a 4th grade Luff Lion. If you are going through something hard and you persevere, you will be able to reach your goal in the end. And that was said by Malachi, also a 4th grade Luff Lion. I had been working on trying to swim underwater, and I ran out of breath and opened my mouth when I went under. I was coughing and choking and frustrated, but I kept trying. If you never give up, you will be much stronger when you actually succeed. And that was said by Bella, and you guessed it, also a 4th grade Luff Lion. These masters of perseverance, 4th graders, can certainly teach us adults a few things about what we can expect this upcoming school year. Before I go, I wanted to take this opportunity to recognize some of the remarkable people in my life that have taught me to persevere. First, my dad. He was recently diagnosed with stage 1 lung cancer, and despite the unfortunate circumstances, he continues to fight on. Thank you, Dad, for always teaching me to be brave and resilient. Next, my brother. We have both experienced these challenges in our lives, together and separately. One thing remains true, though. I can always count on you to be there for me. Thank you for being that forced pupil of mine when we were kids. And lastly, my mom. There is not enough time in the world to describe to you how much you have taught me over the last 26 years. You have taught me that no matter the obstacles that lie ahead, no dream is ever out of reach. I am eternally grateful that you love me for who I am, and there is no greater gift in the world. I am confident each of us will find the courage, strength, and resilience in what is sure to be a challenging school year. Even though we are required to be socially distant, that does not mean we have to be disconnected. I implore each of you to rely on the power of unity. Confide in one another, support one another, and more importantly, encourage one another. Indeed, We are all in this together. Thank you.